Hello, ZU. Sure, ZU. Um, so Winnie's question to me is yes, one of those. Um, Paraphrased um, words. Right. Winnie's question is essentially for me to name something I'm proud of having done. It's actually kind of difficult. I mean, it sounds all sort of false modesty thing, but no, I have a terrible memory. Like you would not believe. Now, if it was things I was embarrassed about, I could remember them perfectly, though I probably wouldn't say it, although I'd probably now give it ideas to someone. Anyways, but for things I've done well that I'm really kind of proud of doing. So not only do I have a poor memory, but I'm also, let's be honest, I'm a really boring person. No, seriously, I don't have a lot there. So, um, for the past year and a bit, a lot of my free, well, not free obviously, but a lot of my time, of course, is being spent at work. And I work 12-hour shifts that rotate between day shift and night shift partway through the month. So I haven't had a lot of free time to kind of hang out with strangers or whatnot. And mostly when I'm not at work, I'm at home. Um, so my example is going to be from work. Uh, which I mean, perhaps kind of boring, but um, so uh, at my job, I've actually spent a decent amount of time. Well, first to back up, at my job, me and the other people, what we do is we monitor a whole bunch of systems to make sure that nothing is actively on fire and that all the software is running right and all that stuff. So we can detect when there's outages on stuff and get them fixed before it starts impacting customers. Um, so to do that, the company I work for has also acquired like 20 different companies in the past year alone, sort of thing. So there's a lot of completely separate products and monitoring systems that we have to keep track of. So what I've done, so I have a little bit of knowledge of the scripting language PowerShell and also VBScript and a few other things, a little bit of Python, all that sort of stuff. So what I've done is I've written some simple scripts that kind of help us with that. It gathers information from a couple of sources and puts it together and auto updates it, sort of thing. And one that processes some files that previously we had to process by hand, that sort of stuff. So the sort of thing that scripting is really designed for, and they're not super impressive scripts. They're maybe the most complex one is maybe a few hundred lines, and it's mostly just text parsing. But it saved myself and my coworkers so much time on some of these things. It's great. And now people, well, coworkers and my boss and stuff, actually come to me with projects. I was like, hey, would you could you set this up so that notifications automatically go to this place, sort of thing. Stuff that's not important enough to put full-time developers on, but that would be useful. So I'm actually quite proud of that. Just because it's nice to have a really useful skill that you can get a chance to use. I mean, yeah. Um, yeah, and so that's kind of mine. Not the most interesting answer, um, but I just really like having, being able to sit down. Here's a problem. I fixed it, and I did a good enough job that people are like, "Hey, could you do this? Or could you take a look at this sort of thing as well?" So yeah. Um, oh yes, and hopefully this looks better than my previous videos. I've got a new webcam, and hopefully my very limited upload capabilities won't end up with me having to compress this so much that you can't see the difference anyways. Anyways, nice to talk to you, Z and or ZU, and I will hopefully have a chance to answer one of these again soonish. Bye.